Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Last Chronicles of Planet Earth. If you go to my website, which is DiMoraMinistry.com, scroll down, and after you see this video you will see the actual news reports that I'm reporting on. And this is where I connect the dots between Bible prophecy and current events. I'd like to start off with a prophecy in Revelation chapter 16 verse 8, where the fourth angel poured out his bowl on the sun. This is one of the plagues that are going to be coming down on the people who enter into the tribulation as a result of them refusing Jesus Christ as their Messiah. And so anyone who ends up in the tribulation period were actually sent there by themselves for failing to understanding the gift of life that Christ freely gave to everyone who would receive it. And so we're shown in the Revelation chapter 16 in verse 8 that this angel is going to come down and this bowl was going to be poured out in the sun. And it says the sun was given power to scorch people with fire. And now in Revelation chapter 7 verse 16 it says, never again will they hunger, never again will they thirst. The sun will not beat upon them, nor any scorching heat. Now let's go to Mark 13:8, where Jesus tells us the nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. And there will be earthquakes in various places and famines, and these are the beginning of birth pangs. And so what we're seeing today in the news are the actual birth pangs that are leading us into the tribulation period. Now when we get into the tribulation period, I should say, when you get into the tribulation period, because anybody who doesn't receive Christ is going to end up there. I'm not going to be there because I've received the Messiah, Jesus Christ, Yeshua, as my Lord and my Savior. I won't be there. But you need to know that these birth pangs, the signs that we're seeing, that everything that Jesus said in Matthew 24, for example, for all the signs that are happening, these things are going to happen as a woman with birth pangs. And we know they're getting stronger and stronger. Now, they will reach their max once they get in to the tribulation, that 7-year tribulation, where people are going to find that it's going to be very, very, very hard to find clean water, to find water at all. The sun is going to be scorching the earth. The crops will be devastated. There will be massive droughts, famines as a result. Food prices will be sky high because food will be diminished, and it will increase the price of the food, as we see mentioned in Revelation chapter 18, where a man and a person will have to work all day long for one small handful of wheat or barley. And so I've been warning over the course of years to watch for these signs, watch for the scorching of the earth, and you'll see weird weather, temperatures like we've never seen before, and it's just the beginning. It's going to get a lot worse. Now today's news, when you scroll down, once you reach my prophecy site, you'll see a report there talking about the peak of this heat wave that's hit the East Coast in Washington, D.C., which I find very interesting. That the temperatures that we're seeing there, where they're talking about 100-degree temperatures outside in the East Coast. It says Burbank said that one of the hottest days we've ever seen since 2002. The last time it reached 100 degrees in Boston, it reached 100 degrees today at Logan Airport just after 1 p.m. The record for that day was 101 back in 1911. So 100-degree temperatures back in Boston were seen today. And yesterday's report, as you look at my post yesterday, you'll see that there's temperatures in the East Coast, along with Washington, D.C., as high as 110. Now, these temperatures are temperatures that you would normally see in the desert, like Arizona or Las Vegas. But now they're starting to see these things pour out in areas that normally did not have these kind of temperatures. Now also, which I find very interesting, on Tuesday, Benjamin Netanyahu and Barack Obama were supposed to be getting together, and they're actually talking today. They're at the White House today, Wednesday, and working out this peace process that is failing in the Middle East. And Barack Obama is pushing, today's news again, we see that he's continually pushed for this Palestinian state in Israel, where they're going to try to divide up the land of Israel. Now we know from Genesis chapter 12, you could read verses 2 and 3, God is going to bless anybody that blesses Israel and curse anybody that curses Israel. And the curse that has fallen on America was the fact that they're trying to push this state or divide the land of Israel. And we see from Joel chapter 3 verse, or just read the whole chapter there, you'll see that in that chapter, in Joel chapter 3, that God said that he was going to destroy anyone who divide the nation. So we're seeing the curse fall down on America. And every time that the President of the United States gets together with the Israeli prime ministers, we see disasters taking place. Now, I've reported about this before on my prophecy site. I give you the dates that they're sitting down talking about dividing Israel, and during the week of those dates, you'll see a major disaster strike or some weird events taking place with the weather and such. And so it's no different from today. We see flooding again, and we're seeing temperatures in the 110 degrees in 100 in Washington, D.C., while they're sitting down, and Barack Obama is trying to force Benjamin Netanyahu into splitting up his nation. And so we see these things happening at the very time that they're discussing it. We believe there is no doubt the pattern has been set, that we see these weird patterns happening at the very same time. And it's going to continue to happen to America as long as America continues this course. Now, when you scroll down, there's also Daniel chapter 2 or 12 verse 4, increased knowledge. And we see that the Antichrist is going to use a lot of this increased knowledge in the last days. And there's an article that came out about surveillance systems monitoring conversations out of Great Britain. You'll see the phone there, a picture of the phone, and underneath you'll see the report about it. And they're actually being able, with the technology, that they're going to monitor, they can monitor these phone conversations illegally. There's been some problems. They have people calling it like a Big Brother system, and they're doing it illegal. We know that the Antichrist will be using every system in his disposal to monitor and track everybody who does not take the mark of the beast, which will be placed in your right hand or on your forehead, as it says in Revelation chapter 13 verses 16 through 17. So when you take a look at all the different things, they're happening, by the way, all in the same generation who is seeing all the rest of the prophecies taking place at the same time. There is so much more. I can't cover it all in these videos, but if you go to my website and you get the book, you download the book for free, you'll be able to get all of this information combined into one book. And it's not just on one subject. I deal with just about every subject in prophecy, from the rebirth of Israel, the blessings of Israel, to the wars of Psalms and Ezekiel war, to famines, to droughts, to earthquakes, to pestilence. All of it is combined so that you won't have to go anywhere else. You can have enough information and facts to make the decision for yourself that Christ is exactly who he said he was, Yoshia, our Messiah, our Savior. So I challenge you to go read that material, and you'll understand that we have reached the last days. God bless you all.